Hello and welcome to another one of our videos. Today we've got for you the BMW 125d M Sport. This is the Shadow Edition with the auto gearbox. This car's covered 16,000 miles with full BMW service history. It's got an amazing amount of spec on a 1 Series that I haven't seen for a long time. The car's finished in sapphire black metallic. I'm going to take you around the car and point out any bits on the car that I think you need to know about, but we're going to have a very close look at the car and go through some of the options. So as I say, it's done 16,000 miles. The front of the car, if we come in close, we've got front and rear parking sensors. We've got adaptive LED lights, another really lovely option to have on the car. So basically, with that activated, the headlights will turn or angle the same direction as the steering wheel. You also, with the adaptive lights, get what's called high beam assist, which uses this camera up at the top here to look at the headlights coming in the other direction and monitor the light if you go into a village, etc., and dip your main beam. And then when you've passed that lit up area or oncoming vehicle, then the main beam will come back up and light the road up for you. So the idea is to keep you safe and have good visibility on the road. If we come down and look at these lovely alloys, we've got these 18-inch 719M alloys, which are black gloss and diamond cut. They're all in lovely condition. We've got the M Sport brakes as well, so a bigger caliper. Now, one of the other items on the car, in fact, I'm just going to walk round the car at first, because I have a long list of things in my hand, and I don't want to forget everything that is on this list. But the bodywork has all been machine polished. It's got a beautiful glossy shine on it. There are some very, very tiny little stone chips just on the edge. I think there's one just there. Can you see it just to the left? But nothing, if we scan over the bonnet, there's nothing nasty. There's no scratches or anything like that. And all of the black trims down at the front. You will notice down at in the center here, this has got the adaptive radar cruise control, and that's the radar just down there at the bottom. So that's why it's a little bit different on that bottom grille. Just pan around the car. It's also got comfort access, sun protection glass. The comfort access is the keyless entry as well as the keyless start. So on the top of the handle there, you can put your finger on there. That locks the car. And then when you put your hand in there, it unlocks the car. So the Shadow Edition also gets the smokier rear lights as well. As I say, we've got rear parking sensors, and we've also got rear camera just under there as well. So I'll just bring you around. The car's been really well looked after. And there's nothing like this on the market with this spec. It's got an absolutely amazing spec. We've still got more to tell you. There's no bird dropping marks on the roof or tree sap stains or anything like that. All of the black gloss on the side of the car. All these trims here have all been machine polished. I'm going to just come out again. I'll just take you around. And then if we take a look inside the car, we've got so this is the Shadow Edition, something I didn't mention actually. So the Shadow Edition gets the Harman Kardon sound system as well. We've got the Oyster, in fact, this might be ivory, this interior. Let me just check. So it's the Oyster interior. And we've got the black gloss handles as well. All of the door card is in exceptionally nice condition, no scuffs or anything. Got the underdoor lighting, the puddle lighting as they call it. And if we look inside, all the seals, everything's really nice fact, we're just going to drop the seat back a little bit. There we go. All of the leather in beautiful condition, and these bolsters on the side, they blow up to squeeze you with this little rocker button down here. This front section of the seat pulls forward to give you a bit more support under your legs. We've got the professional media in there. We've also got heated seats. This car was registered late 2017, so almost an 18 plate car. We'll take a look in the rear. So again, just looking at the door card here, I can't see any marks, no scratches. All of the car and the seals, no seat belts have been jammed on here, so no dents and no scratches there. The rear of the seats, no marks. When you've been in the motor trade for a while, you tend to know where to look to find, you know, little bits of damage that, or scuff marks and things. And this car has been very well looked after. You know, even down in the centre here, it's not got scuff marks, you know, from people's feet scuffing about in the back. It's got the drop-down headrest there as well. Take a look in the boot. So we just have a look at the top of the bumper, another area where there's sometimes got scratches, and you'll see that's all in lovely condition, as are the rubbers. All clean around here and up the top here as well. And all of the boot. We've got the car in a different position today. We're actually painting the floor, so I've had to sort of move into a different location, so the light is catching me out a little bit. All lovely and clean under there, where your battery is. Okay, so let's come round to the, in fact, if we look round the filler cap as well, another area to check because of fuel nozzles, etc. No scratches. I mean, it's like a mirror finish. Boys have done a great job of cleaning the car and machine polishing it. Beautiful clean in there. And then the rear door card on this side again. I'm casting my eyes over it, no damage. Obviously you've got your child locks there. And if we look at the seal, no scratches, no dents or anything like that. All of the door rubbers. Again, the back of the seat, back of the driver's seat, no damage. The leather, all in lovely condition. Yeah, we've got a bit of light coming through the doorway, which is putting a bit of a haze, but I'll have to work with that today. So here's the driver door card, the one that will obviously get most of the use. And you'll see even this black gloss, no scratches. The handle area, got the Harman Kardon sound system speakers. We've got the folding mirrors as well. These can be folded in with the key fob as well by pressing and holding. And also, depending on which side you've got the mirror switch here, when you go into reverse, the near side mirror will dip. And if you don't like that, you put the switch to the other side and it will stop it from dipping. We've got auto lights. We've got the lane tracking assist or lane assist. We've got, on this car, the leather is an extra as well. So the Oyster Dakota leather is an extra as well. It's usually the sort of Alcantara sort of finish. If we jump in, maybe not jump in, but get in. My days of jumping in cars are over. Right, let's start it up. Right, so I'm going to move my seat back a little bit. So we've got the professional media, which is all touchscreen. We have speed limiter, cruise control, and this is the two buttons. When you have the radar cruise control, you can adjust how far, if I can get it to work. So there's the lane. So basically, we're not, if I put it in gear, let's see if that makes any difference. So between those two lines at the top, there are some blocks, and you can adjust, by adjusting how many blocks there are, will monitor the space between you and the car in front. It's a really good system. Not something I've seen actually on a 1 Series. It's something you usually get on some of the bigger models, because people just don't opt for it, I guess. But we've got it on this car. Mileage is 16,943. Let me just put it back into park. Now, if you can give me just a second, I'm going to read through all the items on the car. So we've got adaptive cruise control with stop and go function as well. Harman Kardon, front and rear parking sensors, M Sport braking, metallic paintwork, adaptive M Sport suspension. Very rare item on a car like this. We've got the adaptive headlights, we've got comfort access, we've got the reverse camera, we've got the heated front seats, sun protection glass, electric folding and anti-dazzle mirrors. The alloys on this car are also an option, the 719Ms. Full black panel display. Full black panel display is this section down here, so that's another option. We've also got the professional meter we know about, and the rest of the online entertainment and remote services. So, I've spoke about this so many times, but if you're new to the videos, if we go into comfort, we've got Eco Pro. So in this setting, the car is adjusted, the ECU is adjusted for fuel economy, and the suspension on the car, because it's got the adaptive M suspension, it will relax the fluid, it will take some of the fluid out. There's a valve on the shock absorber, and basically it will make the ride softer. We've then got comfort. In this mode, we'll have the same suspension settings and just like a medium setting, if you like. Also, obviously, in the Eco Pro, the ECU is also designed to give you more fuel economy, and it'll feel a bit flatter on the throttle because it's restricting it for fuel economy. And then going back to the comfort again, like a more of a medium setting. So in sport, this is where the suspension will stiffen because it pumps more fluid into the shock absorber to make a stiffer ride. If we go into the sport displays, it will show you the power you're using. If we give the little engine a little rev there, you'll see how that works. And then if we come down to configure sport, now again, they've all got this button, but it doesn't really do anything other than the throttle response unless you've got the adaptive suspension, which this car does have. So when you put it into chassis, you'll see the shock absorbers light up in the picture. It will change. Okay, so come out of there. Like I say, if this touchscreen navigation is really nice. If you want to move these apps around, you can. The connective drive is where you've got some other options and apps, weather, news, online search, Wikipedia. This is a 3-year subscription, so this will probably run out in December. So we come down to the climate control, just going to mix things up a little bit. We've got the heated seats down here. This is the 8-speed gearbox. These are the buttons I've been showing you. The eye control wheel here. If we go into maps, we zoom out a little bit maybe. If we go down to map views, perspective, let's just zoom out. Okay, so these different windows can be saved on these buttons. You can also save telephone numbers in there. You've got all your sub menus down on the left hand side. So for sure, I've just set this up on a customer's car. He's just picked his car up, he's got a long drive back. And if you want in direction of travel but an overhead view rather than have to go in there, we can set that up on number 7. Ideal for the gentleman who's just been in. He travels in the cities a lot. You can see the roads a lot clearer in this view. And like I say, when you want it back on the other view, just press number 8 and there we go. Media, we've got a 80 gig hard drive, we've got DAB, online entertainment is the subscription based one, and then the music collection is the hard drive, and then we've got USB and Bluetooth for your phone streaming. If we come out of there and go into my vehicle, this is where you've got all the different settings. You can see them all on the right hand side. Display settings, units you can change. I'm going to jump into here to show you service items. So this car has had a pre-delivery inspection. This will be an oil and microfilter, and then I believe this might be a brake fluid, and it is, yeah. So all up to date in there. If we just check down here, so another 13,000 miles or the end of the year remaining on the oil. Brake fluid, front pads and rear pads both have lots left on them, so all ready to go basically. Just have another quick scan in here. We've got all the books as well, and then if I move this paperwork, we've got sliding armrest, USB in here as well. I'm going to list all the spec on the advert, so we'll jump out and have a look underneath. Incidentally, this is where you turn on the adaptive lights, this little button here. You'll see this green light come up on the dash, and then you know the adaptive lights are on. Okay, let's have a look under the bonnet. So the 125d is basically, it's approximately 215 PS or brake horsepower, or 205 it might be. It's around that sort of figure. And the difference is they're all a twin power turbo, which is like a dual port, but the 125 actually does have 2 turbos. It has a smaller turbo and then a larger turbo, one above the other just down here. Essentially, you've got the smaller one will spin up first to give you a quicker response on the throttle, and then the second turbo, which is a bit bigger, will fire up to give you a bit more longevity in the rev range. So you get a much more even power, you know, from the car and the engine. I'm faffing over my words a bit today. Apologies for that. It's been a busy day today, so we're trying to get the video done before we finish the floor. But yeah, please read the spec on this car, because it really has got so much on it. I think it's about £8,000 or just under of extras on this car. So this is why this one might be a little bit more expensive than some of the others, because it's basically a dearer car for us to buy, because it's got so many options on it. And I'm sure somebody out there who's looking for one of these, it's definitely worth spending that little bit extra for a car that's got so much spec on it, especially if you enjoy your cars. And like I say, that cruise control, the radar cruise control, depending where you are in the country, it's a great option. A really good fun car. Got the camera, like I say, at the back. We didn't look at that in the car, but I don't want to bore you all. So please, if you'd like to know more about the car, or if there's anything that I've missed, please pick up the phone, give me a call, and I'll be happy to help you and show you anything else in the car, either via you know, FaceTime, or I can send you a little video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.